We are back at the 207 Kitchen here at Old Main Studios. I am with Kaya Gilman. She is the head chef over at the barn at Old Smith Farm in Falmouth. We're making up sort of a tortellini dish today. What's it called?
This is the brown butter tortellini entree over at the farm. It's one of our best-selling entrees.
Nice.
Yep.
What makes it so good?
It's probably the pancetta, brown butter, finished with a little bit of pecorino.
Sounds good. Okay, should we get started?
Yeah, sure.
Where do we start?
You want to get the pan a little bit hot, so let's talk about the dish real quick for a minute. I like to start with olive oil, cold butter, brunoise shallot, and some garlic, and then work from there.
Nice.
So let's get it going.
All right.
You want to use a bit of like a gratuitous amount of oil here.
All right. How hot are we looking for the pan to be?
You want like fingernail-sized bubbles for a nice saute.
All right, fingernail-sized bubbles.
Yeah, like your pinky finger, you know. All right, so you've got your shallots and your garlic in there.
All right.
We're gonna run our knife through these mushrooms real quick.
And what kind of mushrooms are these?
These are oyster mushrooms.
Okay.
King oysters, I believe. There you go. All right, add some pancetta. I like to render it ahead of time. You can reserve the fat to cook with later in this dish if you'd like.
Okay, and what is pancetta?
Pancetta is cured pork belly. It's similar to bacon, but we use different aromatics in the curing process.
Okay.
Yep. Sort of more like parsley, fresh cracked peppercorn. It's awfully similar to bacon, but also not.
Yeah, you had me at kind of like bacon.
All right, so we're looking pretty good here. Want to get the mushrooms, everything together, so then we're gonna add some kale.
This is the healthy part.
Yeah, it's basically a salad.
Yeah, exactly. Just kind of let that simmer a little bit.
Yeah, you start to hear the kale popping a little bit. You got some nice greenery going on in here.
Looks good.
We're gonna deglaze with some white wine. Let that cook down a little bit. We're gonna bring in the tortellini. Let's get a little generous here.
We like our pasta here.
Yep. All right. So once the tortellini's in there, you wanna make sure the alcohol from the wine cooks off, let it reduce a little bit.
All right.
Add a little bit of cream. Just a titch.
I love the wafting. Gotta have that.
Oh, smell as you cook. A little bit of salt and pepper to taste.
Yeah. Is this one of your favorites?
Parmesan. It's my favorite pickup to do at the barn because we get pretty busy and it's a one-pan pickup, which is great for me. And
yeah, definitely.
Just let it come together a bit. Just kind of like let it finish with brown butter and cream, start to come together. Back to the whole thing about the bubbling and the reduction of like the cream, the Parmesan, the brown butter all together. We're getting pretty close on picking this up. This is pretty much where you want it to be right before you plate it.
Okay.
So it'll stand up a little bit.
It almost looks like it's boiling.
Oh yeah. All right, and we're about here. Let's go ahead and plate.
Nice plate here.
Come on, get out. There's always a straggler.
That looks phenomenal.
All right, then we finish with a little bit of parsley. You can throw a couple pieces of pancetta on the top. Who doesn't like that?
Oh my goodness.
And I like to use a block of pecorino, which is an imported cheese from Italy. It's a hard cheese made from sheep's milk. Very similar to pretty much similar to Parmesan Reggiano. Finish with some pepper. A little bit of salt. And there you have it. There's the brown butter tortellini.
Beautiful. You might suggest sharing it, but I don't think you're going to want to once you see this for yourself. This is amazing. We're going to have the recipe for you right on the 207 section of our website and our app. Thanks so much for showing us
Yeah, thank you.
how to make this. We'll be right back.